Welcome to the rest of the world. Hello, Australia. Welcome to Aussie Modelers Live. Introducing Mr. Peter Holroyd from Oz Scalemodeling. How are you, Pete?
Very good, mate. Very good. Good to be here.
And introducing, last but not least, we have Mr. Simon Hibbonson.
Hibbonson? Hibbon.
Oh, Hippo. You've shortened it. Okay, everybody in Australia and the world, welcome Hibbo. All right, boys, I'm going to leave it. We'll have a chair of the meeting. Let's make, Hibbo, do you reckon we should vote Pete to chair the meeting?
Yeah, Pete.
No, I don't think so.
2 versus 1, mate, sorry.
This is, mate, Pete,
Yes.
we voted. This is democracy. You win. 2 against 1.
All right. Okay.
I should have got the list, mate.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll go through a few topics and have a bit of a discussion on a few things. And the first thing we'll start with is what's on the bench. We'll talk about what's on each other's bench.
All right.
Jace, you can go first.
What about I mean, we've got, you've seen my latest thing on the channel doing that Mackay build, I've got 2 weeks to build 2 models. Now I started on the Mickey Thompson there. Hang on, there she is. Where are we? It's there. Oop, there we go. That background there cuts it out. But I've also got a Tamiya. Wonder if that'll work. Hang on. There we go. What angle have we got there? Yep. P51 Mustang. That's what I've got.
Okay. So
What about you?
That's what my Uncle Roy flew in Korea. The Mustangs. Sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
I've got, you won't see it because it's Enterprise 1350 from Tamiya. It's big. It's really big. So I've got a few bits to go on that still. So that's all I've been putting on my channel for the last probably 2 months. What about you, Pete?
all right. Well, I'll take the background away, and there you can see on my bench. So I've got the Revell, so German search and rescue vessel. Just came out last year. It's a platinum, special platinum edition with a lot of photo etch. I'm working on that. Today I've been doing a bit of spray painting, airbrushing some of the detailed little hatches, doing some little latches with the photo etch. So lots of tiny bits and pieces and detail painting. And it's a long way to go. I think I'm up to I'm working on episode 4. Episode 3 will come out after this weekend. And it's going to take quite a while. It's quite a big detailed build. But I'm enjoying it.
What time you put those? What time are you putting that out, mate?
What's that, sorry?
What time are you putting out your video? Some stupid ungodly Eastern States hour.
Yeah, 4:30 in the morning, because that's when most of my viewers are up, because it's works out it's Sunday in the UK and the US. So, but I know Jason's up at about that time of the morning.
I don't think Jason sleeps.
He doesn't sleep. No.
You can't get this ugly, boys, without using that kind of effect.
So I sleep a lot because I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Again.
I'm slowly getting up, but watching him at 4:30. But that's it.
I think we changed your channel name to I Love Me. Who do you love?
Well, Peter's a nice bloke. Of course, he loves himself.
Gotta love yourself.
Hey guys, I reckon we should let the people know that since us 3 idiots are together, and this is actually the first. I did my research on YouTube. There's no other live thing on YouTube with 3 Australian blokes discussing modelling anywhere in the history of YouTube. So we're it.
Do you think there's a reason for that?
Yeah, there's not as many ugly people that are willing to do it. Yeah.
It's all happening in the eastern states.
Oh, hey, you're 2 hours, mate. You're 2 hours behind. We wait and wait and wait.
Yeah, the sun's still up here.
Yeah, but the little hamster's dead between your ears, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Hey,
Yeah.
what else did you have coming up with, mate?
Who?
What for us talking about?
Yeah, for us. What are we going to talk about?
Okay. Let's have a go at what have I got here?
Rookie mistakes.
Or building tips. Rookie mistakes. Yeah, we'll
Rookie
go with that.
mistake. Let's go with the rookie mistake.
Simon's
So-
got-
I've been using this new editing suite, for me anyway. It's the Adobe Premiere Pro. And when I started doing this week's video, which was on Monday or Sunday last week, so Monday this week or Sunday last week, can't remember which day it was. But when I started, I pressed save as, did the title, and then kept on every time I got 10 minutes, 15 minutes into an edit, I'd press save. Did it religiously, time and time again. Then last night I went to do another video. And I've come over to edit it, and it was only 3 seconds in one, and minute and 10 seconds. Excuse me, again. And I'm like, okay, well, this is obviously memory card's full. So I've reformatted the memory card after I've put it all on and saved everything. And then I've come back and done to edit the thing, and I've lost everything. I've lost 5 hours worth of build and editing. So today I went and bought myself, when I was at work, I shouldn't say it because I was meant to be working, but I went and bought myself a, I can't even see the stupid thing. It's a Extreme Pro. Hang on, I'll take this background off so you can see it. I can work how to do it. No background. No, there we go. There we go, no background. Clever. So I bought that, which is the scanned is 64 gigs. So that should hold me over anyway. But I then also bought a memory thingy. What do you call it?
Hard drive.
Hard drive. 2 terabyte hard drive, and it's red because red's my favorite color.
It'll be fast.
So
too.
hopefully now that will stop all these total F-ups on my behalf, and I'll be able to upload video. But hopefully with the memory card, it comes with a free download of Rescue Pro. So hopefully I'll be able to put the memory card in, find all my stuff and rescue it all and have it up. Otherwise it's going to be a very short, shitty video this week.
But if it hasn't saved it, then it's not. If it hasn't saved it and recorded it, it's just
No,
Yeah.
with your memory cards, it doesn't delete. It's the same thing as a phone. You can get rid of all the text messages, all the photos and everything you've taken.
yeah.
They're still there. Everything is still on the phone. Everything's still on the memory card. It just means the more you delete, the less life the device has got. So you can still have, I mean, we used to be able to get, like when I was a copper working intelligence, we had machines that we could actually drag all the information off a phone that had been deleted, 15, 20 times, but it's always still there. It never goes away.
I just can't put you in. I can put you in the police, but the word intelligence.
Well, I haven't promised I would not. I promised Peter because he's a very innocent young man. I won't swear and I won't give fingers to people, but
You can do it.
Sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Is that with all the compassion and love that you share with the world?
no.
Ah,
That's
see,
a pure
I'm special
contempt.
again.
Pure contempt.
Your Honour.
Okay,
Well,
sorry.
there we go. That was a very good one there. Can I, just while we're here, I have to make a confession. I've got a bit of not a rookie confession, but a confession. About a month or so ago, Jason got me this really nice airbrush border. What was the brand of it?
Yeah,
Border.
black
Yeah,
or black
well,
hair or something.
Yeah, I broke it this morning.
How do you break an airbrush?
Well, I was cleaning it, right? And I had to take the needle out, but it was so much gunk in there, I couldn't. So I undid the end, and then I undid the other bit with the tool and went to turn it to unscrew it out, and it just popped out. And I thought, I'm sure there's supposed to be thread in there. So the needle, I slid the needle out, and I cleaned it all up, put it all back in, put the little piece on the end again, and then I connected it, and suddenly there's air coming out the paint cup. And I thought, what the hell? And yeah, so the thread is broken on the inside. Yeah, it's screwed. Sorry, mate. So
You're all right, mate. It happens. I'm just pretty astounded that I've never heard of somebody breaking an airbrush.
Well, I don't know how it happened, because I've pulled plenty apart before exactly the same way, and it was all right, So.
Well, and just so you know, this is non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah. Well,
So it says, well, you can't see it. It's stupid.
There you go.
Free time, there you go, alcohol-free pale ale. And it tastes exactly like a beer. So if I start getting pissy and starting to get,
it cost as much as a beer?
No, not quite.
No.
Almost. But if I start getting a little bit pissy and a little bit punchy, so I'm having a few too many. So.
But if it's got no alcohol,
doesn't matter, mate. It tastes like beer, so I'll get punchy.
Caffeine, that's all.
Yeah, I've got the adult caffeine.
Yeah. Anyway,
out of the mighty Parramatta Eels Cup. But that's my rookie mistake. I got.
Where do you start? Jeez.
Yeah, well, where do I start?
Your biggest rookie mistake was showing us a car door last week.
Would you like to see one?
In Queensland, Peter reckons.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Would you like to see a car door?
Oh, that was gold. Loved it.
Would you like to see a car door?
No,
I have one prepared.
No.
Nah, all good. But you'll see it in tomorrow night's episode. All these 4 motors for this darn car, and because they're genuine 1962 instructions, the motors face each other, but there's this one motor where the manifold goes in the totally opposite direction out of all 3 of them. And mate, if it wasn't for Icky Sticky, that debonder, I'd have just died, because it was like, no, everything painted up perfect, and But I did show it, so when people are watching, they'll see the mistake live.
But couldn't you made it a right-hand drive car? Would that have helped?
It's a land speed car, mate. There's only one seat, and you sit in the middle.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to getting all that icky sticky stuff. I'm about to start using it. I'm really looking forward to it. So,
oh mate, and you've dealt with Monique, and so has Pete. How good is she?
Oh mate, that debonder works really good, and the files are good. I'm gradually using it throughout this build I'm doing, and trying all the stuff out. And so far, yeah, really good stuff, eh?
Oh man,
I'm looking forward to it.
What I tell you what, you got looked after, big fella. You got well looked after. I mean, you both did, but I mean, I think that's where I found with Monique, she really supports the Australian modelling community.
Yeah, no, and that's why I'll be plugging that company non-stop, because it's what's that?
That's the sun. That's the sun in the sky.
Oh, it's not too bad. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'll be plugging Icky Sticky, that's for sure, because once I start using it, I can say how good it is.
Yeah.
And which will be probably next week. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love it. All right, Pete, what's the next subject, big fella?
Oh, right. Building tips. Yeah.
Building tips. Okay, Pete. Go, Hibbo.
Well, I don't really have any, so I just build straight from the instructions pretty much. But I'm just like, I read over and over, look at the instructions more than once, look at it over and over, measure. If I have to measure, like with the masking for the flight deck, can't be bothered. With the masking of the flight deck, I've measured like each of the lines on the forecastle.
Yeah, you need to get rid of your background, mate.
Yeah, I know. But each of the lines on the forecastle, on the forward part of the flight deck.
That's the forward part there.
Yeah, the forward part, Jace.
No,
Pete.
Pete.
Oh, it's not a four-wheel drive. Okay.
No. So each of those.
Yeah, right as, mate.
But see, each of these little bits here, that's my pointer finger, that 8 millimeters long. So I've had to measure to make sure they're all good. And just under the paint, under the tape, where my fingers, you can't see it, so it doesn't matter. I've got the red and white stripes, and they're all the same length. So they're good. And hopefully I'll be able to show you it, because it might have been lost. Because someone's not very technologically advanced.
It wasn't it's sort of like living in an Amish paradise, didn't you? Was it Weird Al Yankovic?
I don't know who that is. Too old.
Oh, please. You remember it, Pete? Amish Paradise by Weird Al Yankovic?
I know him, but I don't remember that.
Oh, it says, you guys need to look it up. The song goes, because we're just technologically impaired. Yeah. Hey, it was. Hey, what can you do? Hey, you know, now, Pete, and what do we got here?
Oh, dear Lord.
Hang on. What?
You're a muppet, mate.
Right. You know, you're looking for you're on your ship, on your, and that's for cutting out 1 millimeter masks, mate.
Oh, wow.
Right.
And this little tool here, and this one, what do we got? Oh, come out of the packet, it'd be great.
What's that?
That's like your little grids, and it gets down to 0.04 of a millimeters.
I like those things. I like the things Jeff got, the punches. Was it Jeff that got those punches?
I think so.
Yeah, I like them. They're really handy. So, Pete, your building tip, mate. Come on.
Oh, geez. My tip, I would say to triple check everything you're doing. You know, like triple check your instructions, triple check what you're gluing and where it's going. I don't know why, but sometimes I do some really stupid mistakes, and I don't know. I go back and I don't know how I missed that. You know, bending something, especially photo etch. You know, if you bend that the wrong way, sometimes you don't get a second chance. So really, take your time and make sure you've got no other distractions going on around, and you can focus on what you're doing. I'm working on some really tiny little latches on these boxes that are going on board the deck, and they're tiny. They're like 1 millimeter wide by 1 millimeter, and they've got little pieces that go over the edge and minute. And the first time I started to bend them, I'm bending what I thought was the right way, and you're looking at the little arrow in the instructions, and it's going, yeah, it goes that way. And then you realise you had it upside down, but you bent it that way. Just these little things you just got to focus, particularly before you make that last move, before you glue it, or before, you know, there's no turning back. Thank God for DeBonder. They can correct some mistakes. But yeah, my one is to triple check. Don't just double check, and test fit. Triple check, and test fit everything. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm along the same lines with my little building tip, but I like to make sure when I unbox, like, you know, that everything's there. Don't just assume it's going to be there by the time you get, you know, that sprue. So check your sprues. And also I found once I've got it, if I'm working on a section, so say it says instruction bit 5, every piece that's required for that section of the build is cut out and put in like a little tub or whatever, and it's put back in that tub as it's required. So whether you're trimming it up, whatever, so before it goes to paint, after it's gone to paint, back in that tub. So and then assemble.
So another one I've got is don't start and then start another model, because I have no idea where I am. I've got no idea where I am on the Enterprise. So I'm just playing it by ear at the moment. So, but I mean, I have done 2, maybe 3 models since I started the Enterprise. So, yeah, and I've still got a F-14 that's half built that I've got to get back in. I've got no idea where I am with that either. So
I think, yeah, I'd agree with that on that. I've got a few. I mean, I've got the HG on the go. The BC Commodore is sort of in the background. I've got the Challenger one, and and then I've got that as well to do. And I've got that and the Challenger to do within the 2 weeks. So I've got to actually do it. But excuse me. Yeah, I'd agree.
I've never attempted more than 1 model at a time. I can't imagine having 2 running at the same time. That would just be, I couldn't. I need to focus on what I'm doing and not switch to something else. And I see other guys on other channels and other modelers that they have 4 or 5 going at once. And I'm thinking, wow, where do you put all those pieces when you're bringing out the next one? Like, look at my mess behind there. Like, that's for one ship. If I had another one going, yeah, how could I? I don't know. Maybe that's part of the experience that you get later on. I don't know.
And we've got less than 10 minutes left too, boys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll get this sorted. We'll do this one real quick. So just say for everybody, but because I upgraded the other night when I was talking to Pete, all paid for. I've got my receipt so they can get stuff. But yeah, I just like to say, like everybody that's out there and who's watching us, guys, we're going to work on this. Send us your comments, what you'd like to see. I mean, Pete and Hibbo came up with great ideas. Like we're going to have guest hobby stores, guest modelers. The sky's the limit for us, but we need your support. And thanks for actually watching this one.
That's right. And also, we're going to go through this weekly too, if all goes well, and we'll be reviewing the previous week's comments. So anyone who makes the comments under these videos, we'll be talking about, we'll discuss anything that comes up in there as well.
Yeah, and just like my followers, go jump over to Jason and Pete's channels and give them a follow as well. It's we're all different. Everyone does things differently. Like, as you know, my followers, I do a lot of speedy stuff, so it's all time lapse. Pete he talks about what he's going to do and does it, and then he'll come back and show us like in 2 seconds, but probably about an hour and a half for Peter. He says that a lot. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Well, it's about an hour and a half for me. And Jace, he does everything. Like he talks to other modelers, he talks to everything. It's good. So jump over, check everyone else out, and support everyone else, and support the other people we talk about, like Jeff Donahue over in the States. Legend, really, really lovely guy. Like I love watching his stuff, and he does a really, really good job, especially of his trucks. Like I love watching his stuff. So it's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. I turn my phone on, have a look at Jeff. So
yeah, I agree. I'm going to put a link to Jeff's in my description below, and I highly recommend go have a look at Jeff Donahue's channel. He's brilliant, and he's just starting.
He's pretty cool.
Well, yeah.
And I'll put my hands up to. I'll put someone up every week who I think you should go and have a look at, because there's a lot. There's a hell of a lot of people that I love watching. So, and they're not.
I think
they're not the 10,000 followers either. These are like small amounts.
Yeah. All right. I think we're all going to wrap it up here.
Yep. Yeah, we better wrap it up, boys. Right. Well, what do you reckon? 6 o'clock tomorrow night sounds like a good idea for everybody.
Is that your time, my time?
Good.
I'm at home tomorrow.
Our time. Our time, because there's two of us here. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, ganging up on the bloke in the west. Not only have I got a really shit government over here in the west, I've got shit mates.
yeah, and I'd have a talk to them, mate. As soon as you find out who you've got mates, I didn't know you had mates, but if you find them, you let them know there's shit.
All right, guys.
All right,
Next time,
boys.
mate.
As I say, it's all good.
Good. See you.